Sidham and his son rescued 4 people on Saturday and spent the night in a nearby pilot's lounge, then decided to fly again Sunday morning.
Lake Lure fire chief or assistant chief maybe, and he shut down the whole operation and told me that again, if I go back up the mountain, I would be arrested.
This is the type of stuff that just really gets under my skin. It really pisses me off when folks have absolutely zero humanity. What's going on, folks? Welcome to the channel Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. If you have been enjoying the content that I've been pumping out, make sure you give this video a like. That way this content can consistently be recommended to you. It pushes it past the YouTube shadow banning algorithm, and I appreciate if you guys would do that. Also, don't forget to follow me on the channels you see above and below. Also, if you want me to react to a news clip, anything you think I should talk about, a topic you feel that needs to be discussed, music reaction, go to patreon.com/Modern Renaissance Man and find out how you can do it there. All right. Appreciate it. Last but not least, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. All right, folks, we have to talk about this because I just went live showing Donald Trump speaking. And while we were there were some people saying things about this Fox News conjuring up something, faking like there were people that were trying to help the victims of the Hurricane Helene, right? Over in North Carolina. So I recorded this video last night, and because of, I wanted to sleep, I didn't post it, but I'm going to post this video. And I told you guys I was going to post it in the last pre-recorded video that I did. This type of stuff, if y'all, I'm telling you, this type of stuff is a thing that really gets under my skin. When you hear what you're about to hear in a second here, it really gets under my skin. When you have absolutely no humanity, you have no sympathy, you have no oomph to even want to help your fellow brothers and sisters, no matter what side of the spectrum they fall on, especially when disasters like this happen. This story, y'all, I'm telling you, it burns the living daylights out of me to hear stuff like this. Check this out.
Low cloud coverage is Lake Lure.
The cries for help from people stranded without food, water, or electricity hit social media soon after the flooding last Friday.
But my parents are stuck there. Their address is Banner Elk. They are in the first condo. If you receive this, please give me a call back. Thank you.
Sidham's phone started lighting up on Saturday with people begging for help.
I could hear the desperation in her voice. This is multiple phone calls I've received like this, voicemails, text messages, and you could hear people desperate for help.
Sidham and his son rescued 4 people on Saturday and spent the night in a nearby pilot's lounge, then decided to fly again Sunday morning.
I spoke with my son, which is my co-pilot. I said, hey, do you want to go back out and try to help today? And his response was, there's so many messages, I don't think we can't not go help.
Sidham and his son were headed up to Black Mountain. Flight tracking shows no flight restrictions in place Saturday or Sunday morning when Sidham flew through the Lake Lure Gap. But that was all about to change. The Sidham spotted an older couple waving for help, then landed in what's left of their driveway.
Hey, I want you to let me get in. You step out and go out, help her in, put her bag in the back, get her strapped in. I'm going to take her down, come back. I'll take him, I'll come back, and then I'll get you, okay?
I originally left my son, co-pilot, on the side of the mountain. It was kind of unstable, so I didn't want to put more weight in the helicopter to lift back off. So I left my son with the other victim, and I was just going to take one person down at the time. And you could hear me in the video talking through with the victims and with my son what we were going to do.
3 minutes away, Sidham spotted a group of rescuers just down the river. He landed and found someone in charge.
Told him my background experience, law enforcement, firefighting, pilot. He immediately started helping with coordination. He gave me radio frequencies to coordinate with them on, set up a landing area for me to come back with the other victim. And in the middle of the whole conversation and then blocking the road off, I was greeted by the, at that time I didn't know, but Lake Lure fire chief or assistant chief maybe, and he shut down the whole operation. So at that point I felt like the conversation wasn't going any further, and again he asked me to leave, and I said, hey, I have no problem getting out of your area. If that's what you want us to do, we'll leave, no issue. At that point I asked him, what was the reason I had to leave them there. And he said, again, you're interfering with my operation. I just need you to get out of the area. I said, sir, I don't know where you were trained at, but I know how my training is, and I'm not going to leave personnel behind. I'm going back to get my co-pilot. He said, if you turn around and go back up the mountain, you're going to be arrested. I said, well, sir, I'm going back to get my co-pilot. I don't know what to tell you. And he said, I'm letting you know. And at that point, he waved for 2 law enforcement officers to come over and told me that again, if I go back up the mountain, I would be arrested.
He flew the 3-minute trip back, picked up his son, and left the woman's husband behind.
Sure, he was flooded with emotions and trying to rescue other people, and I just felt that it was best at the time to leave. So I did follow his instructions, and I had a conversation with the female victim before I left, apologizing and explaining. She was standing there. She heard the whole conversation. And they were both very, very surprised, very upset. The husband, as I was leaving off of the side of the mountain, at that point, separated from his wife, he was upset. I can only imagine.
Sidham and his nearly 1,400 flight hours turned his chopper around and headed back to South Carolina, passing people waving for help along the way.
As I was actually leaving to go back to get my son, the original chief or captain that I spoke to, his crew and himself, they came back over and said, hey man, we can't tell you to go get the victim. We can't even ask you to go get the victim, but we can tell you if you come back with the victim, we'll have you a designated landing spot, and they won't, we'll make sure they don't come over here.
So there was no flight restriction when you went in?
No flight restriction when I went in. It went in place 20 or 30 minutes after the confrontation with Mr.
Did you see? You're going to get arrested. There was no restrictions. You will be arrested if you try to save people. What the heck is that? And then barely wanted the man to go back and get his own son. I won't even argue with them. Dude, shut up. I'm getting arrest me in the air. When I get back from landing with my helicopter with my son, arrest me all you want to. I'm getting my son. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. Me and my personality, I would have went back and got that man. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is absolutely 100% unacceptable. You can get aware of our operation. Operation what? I don't know who or where y'all been around. When was the last time you heard about some helicopters colliding in the air? Well, Ty, there were other things flying around there. No. There were no restrictions. This is life and death. Life and death. And the main thing that burned me about this, folks, can you imagine being that older gentleman and watching that helicopter fly off, you being left there? Y'all, I don't know much about North Carolina's terrain or anything like that. He left to the elements. What is he going to eat? What is he going to drink? How we know he already wasn't pre-dehydrated? What about wild animals? This man got left because they ordered this. You're going to get arrested if you do this. That is absolutely unacceptable. And I hope somebody get a hold of this, because this is crazy. I wish to God that man would have got all those people's names, the law enforcement. I don't care, even the fire department. Get all of their names. I wish he would have gotten all of their names and had this stuff written down so we can find out who this was. How in the world? When things get disastrous like this, a lot of stuff, I don't care about all this other bull crap is going out the window. Like jaywalking. Things like dumb stuff like that, like, oh, don't go into that store and get those cans. Dude, it's a hurricane. It's a disaster. Things are wiped out. We are starving. I'm going into this store that's already ran down and got mud and stuff everywhere. I'm going in there and I'm grabbing some canned goods and I'm grabbing whatever I can that's going to feed me and my family. Screw all that stuff. That goes out the window. Now, looting and things like that, y'all, this is different. I'm not talking about going into somebody's houses and trying to take their property and things like that. But I'm talking about like going into a grocery store. I'm just being real. If this was us and I had to take care of my wife and my sons and this happened and Walmart is out of power and I'm going in Walmart. The Lord is going to forgive me. He knows that I need to feed myself and my family. I will be going to Walmart and I will be taking as much supplies as I can to take care of my family. And then I might go back again to make sure I got an abundance of it so that way I can take care of my family and my surrounding neighbors. We're getting ready to take care of each other. All the other bull crap goes out the window. But to tell that man, if you go back and try to rescue that man, that you know where he's at, then we're going to arrest you. Wow. What a smack in the face. I'm telling y'all, that's I bet you I cannot. I can't even fathom what that pilot was feeling, flying away and leaving that man there. That is horrible. I hope that guy is okay. I really do. But this is where we're dealing. Why don't they want him to do it? What? Well, because there might be other people. No. I even heard stories of people just having these specialized drones where these drones are able to these people were taking maybe a 8 to 12 pack of water. These drones were able to fly with 8 pack 12s of water. 8 to 12 packs of water, and they were just flying them over areas where they knew people might have lived or whatever like that. And if the neighbors were there, they were able to bring the water to the people, and they told them, don't do that. Don't fly your drones with water supplies and stuff like that. Don't do that. Now, y'all, I don't know. Like I said, stuff will go out the window. Can you imagine? No, I can't imagine because this happened in Panama City. You can have a 4-wheeler and you want to go and drive through places to make sure that your neighbors are okay. And somebody telling you, nope, don't go see if they okay. No, I have a guy that's right across the way from us, right on the water in Lynn Haven. Old guy. And I can imagine the water being up to our house and everything. And you telling me, don't try to go over there and see if he's okay. I'm going. Well, if you go in that water and try to go get him and see if he's okay, you're going to be arrested. Okay, what jail you going to put me in? Arrest me. What jail you going to put me in? The jail is all filled up and jacked up too. Y'all, this is crazy. I know y'all. Ty, you're just saying stuff blowing. No, you don't know me that well, do you? You don't know me that well. I will do it. Yes, take me. Book me. Yes, I saved the man's life. God forgive me. And I hope that it's making a lot of wave right now across social media. Yeah, Trump, get a hold of this guy. Get a hold of this guy. This dude is a hero. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think by putting in the comments below after this video. If you want to see the next video that I would do, it will be right up here. Things that I do as a variety will be down here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.